Smith here. The semester you were trying to save don't need no saving. Morning, students. Professor Smith here. The semester you were trying to save don't need no saving. It belonged to the streets. Just like my ex-wife. Bitch cheated on me. And after that, the fucking court said I must pay her money and give her a house that I built by myself. She took everything I worked for. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Do y'all understand what I'm saying? No, I am fucking done. We are writing a test, matter of fact, based on everything. Because that bitch took everything. Alright? I'm not playing with you. Boys, don't fucking get married. Focus on yourself, kings. Matter of fact, we are done with the whole textbook. Because I am so done with her. Laura, collect the fucking scripts. Everybody, class. Morning, students. Professor Smith here. Day 6, motivation. Life is like a goat. You may ask yourself, why is life so hard and challenging? But remember, not to hate people, because as the saying goes, two rights don't right. They're right, you're wrong. Don't wrong the right with the right. Both right and wrong are wrong. They're both right, both. You're wrong. And you need God. And don't cry for milk. Oh, you just spill. No, forget about milk. Milk is fine. Drink milk. Healthy. Stay motivated today. Stay blessed, my people. Morning, students. Professor Smith here. The semester you were trying to save don't need no saving. It belonged to the streets. Just like my ex-wife. Bitch cheated on me. And after that, the fucking court said I must pay her money and give her a house that I built by myself. She took everything I worked for. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Do y'all understand what I'm saying? No, I am fucking done. We are writing a test, matter of fact, based on everything. Because that bitch took everything. Alright? I'm not playing with you. Boys, don't fucking get married. Focus on yourself, kings. Matter of fact, we are done with the whole textbook. Because I am so done with her. Laura, collect the fucking scripts. Everybody, class. Morning, students. Professor Smith. Good morning, students. Welcome to your first day of university. I want to say Happy New Year to all of you. Welcome to 2023. To the first years, I want to tell you something about university. In this place, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. Yep, it is the law of nature. If you look around you, you're going to see some people that got some beard. You can see that this is somebody's father. You are not mistaken. That is somebody's father. Look around you. Look around you, you're going to see some old-ass people. Guess what? They fucked around and they found out. That's what happens. So when you come to this place, you best believe. But if the more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out. Now, I wanna tell you something before we write today's assessment, which by the way constitutes 70% of your semester mark. I wanna tell you a story. I was once in your position. Alright? I was abused the same way, well, they abused me. And all I'm saying is I am not going down alone. You understand what I'm saying? You better be writing these notes down, right? You better write them down. I want you to tell me exactly why did he kiss Jesus? Judas Iscariot. Were his lips soft? Were they warm? Do you know that? Those are the type of questions you should be expecting, alright? I did not invite you guys here, right? You better put that pen down and raise your hands. I want you to touch your chest, your head, and then your chest. Touch your head again and say, touch your head and say, I am, touch your head and say, I'm a dumb fool. I came to university by myself. Basically, I fucked my own life. Touch your head and say, Lord, I have fucked up by coming to this place. Good. And that marks the end of chapter 19. We are going to chapter 20 right now. So chapter 20 deals with aerodynamics. Again, I encourage you to take notes because we are going to be writing a semester test towards the end of this lecture, right? So now, what happens when a plane is flying mid-air? I want you to remember, this chapter is too easy. Let us go to chapter 4, alright? You just quickly go through the chapters with your friends or your family or your mother, whoever. I don't care. I just want to see your work done, right? I'm all about work and getting back, alright? Now let us go to chapter 50. Chapter 49, who really wants to be taught about energy? You don't know energy? Okay. 51 speaks about coincidentals, grabber, group, gray, and the rest thematic. Yo, we are done. Chapter 6. We are done with the textbook. Hold it up. Hold up your textbook. Look at it. Say we are done with it. Throw it away. We no longer need it. Tomorrow we are studying a brand new textbook. Now I want you to spend tonight revising it, but remember we are writing before you leave the day, right? And this test is very essential. You gotta get a minimum of 70, alright? Now it's gonna be based on everything that we've done. And that marks the end of chapter 19. We are going to chapter 20 right now. So chapter 20 deals with aerodynamics. Again, I encourage you to take notes because we are going to be writing a semester test towards the end of this lecture. Right, students? Yesterday we managed to do chapter 1 up to 3, and today we'll be continuing from chapter 4, dealing with the skeletal system. The skeletal, we are done with chapter 75. We'll now be moving on to chapter 76, right? With the focus on the human brain. Human anatomy centers around the human brain as it is the powerhouse of the human body. You must always know exactly the nerves that are responsible for sending signals to the different parts of the body. Alright? As I told you all that we have an essay that we must complete before the end of this class. And when I look at the clock, we are left with only 5 minutes. So I suggest that you start writing, okay? Start writing right now. Alright, students, yesterday we managed to... Welcome to Art Analysis 101. Let's look at today's piece of art and analyze it. The boy's neck represents the train that is carrying Martin Luther King from the United States of America. But his hands are arched like bow and arrows to indicate that it was during World War II. But his head is slightly arched at a 30-degree angle to show that he was angry at his mother for having abandoned him when he was 3 years old. But if you look at the people flying towards him, they represent rain. But they also indicate that he's a member of the LGBTQI plus community. Because the bitches is coming at him, but he's not having it. He's like, hey, you're fine and shit, but y'all just ain't my cup of coffee, alright? I just like the company of other men, let me put it like that. But then, what about the fishes behind his feet? They represent the government that takes taxes, and the dragon in the sky behind represent that we need to be more in solidarity. Welcome to... So what does Shakespeare mean? Thy's dooms thee stole. His dreams thee stole, twice, them thee. And thou little dom, them thy. They on thy, they, and dog cometh, eateth the donketh. The father's mother eateth the child, and the father eateth beateth the soneth runneth with the donkeyth, and tries to hitch hiketh the busseth, but the busseth open and say, busseth open. So the Megan the stallioneth is thy cometh with Nicki Minajeth, but Rihanneth is now dated ASAP Rocketh, coming in hotteth. Shorty, got a bootyeth. Shakes. So, and now we add the paragraph word and put it on top of 205,265,000. Are we together? Do we all understand? Are we clear? Thank you very much. Now we move along and add and multiply it with the square root of 274,000 put there with the pi square root of the hyperbolic functional value of the pie chart. Now you have to subtract obviously the value on the left hand side of it, and now you'll be clear on the comparator. So now that is the quadratic symbiotic formula that gives you the 5 and asks yourself, why are you here on this earth? You just here to die? And now we add the paragraph word and put it on top of 205,265,000. Are we together? Do we all understand? Are we clear? Thank you very much. Now we move along and add and multiply it with the square root of 274,000 put there with the pi square root of the hyperbolic functional value of the pie chart. Now you have to subtract obviously the value on the left hand side of it, and now you'll be clear on the comparator. So now that is the quadratic symbiotic formula that gives you the 5 and asks yourself, why are you here on this earth? You just here to die? Welcome to your first day of university. I hope you're ready for today's test. As you already know, in the study guide, it is stated at clause 3.2 that on the first day you will be writing 2 tests consecutively based on everything that you have ever learned in your entire life, from kindergarten, primary school, and high school, even at church, and what you were taught at home. And the 2 textbooks that you are supposed to have read, which are recommended in the study guide. Now, this exam carries 70% of your semester mark. So if you fail it, basically, you will not be qualified. So you're going to pack your bags and get out of my class and go back exactly where you come from. This is university. We are not about to spoon feed you, and I'm not your mom, and I'm certainly not your daddy. Your daddy ain't as fine as me, but let us get... Welcome to your first day. Today, we are going to look at Shakespearean poetry. Specifically, the poem called Thy Thou'st Thou Thou. Okay? Now, read the first stanza. Thou'st thou there, thou runneth, thy thou'st thou there. Runneth, dickest, them, and henceforth, thus they, thou'st, there, doest. Shall thy be thy then, thou, them, thy, them, them. He is saying, baby, where is the milk? Because the bananas are not in the fridge. That's what Shakespeare is saying here. So them, thy, thams, them. Hello there. My name is Professor Smith. I want to welcome you all to your second day of university. Yesterday we finished the 5 assignments and the 7 online quizzes. We wrote the interesting historical oral exam, and of course you are all tasked with writing a 25-page essay that is due today, right now. I want to talk about the group project that I gave you all. Today, let us talk about what a day it was yesterday, getting a visitation from Barack Obama when he came along to our school with Elon Musk, who then donated cars to every single student that was present. How have you guys been enjoying the cars? Are you guys excited? But what about the iPhones that we got? Because Oprah Winfrey could not be here, so she donated iPhones for us. She even sent cash money. Oh, and those of you that are not here, you have been downgraded academically. You are going back to kindergarten because you are not serious with life. You think education is your mama's house. You can just come and go. Well, guess what? You better go back to kindergarten and tell them exactly what you did and tell them that you ain't no shit. You don't like education. You want to start afresh because that's what happens, right? Answer sheet, your question paper, and for you, sir, here it is. You may start writing. Writing what? The test. What do you think? We are writing the test. The time starts now. Good morning, students. Welcome to your first day of university. I'm Professor Smith. I've uploaded 50 slides on the portal, 7 quizzes that you must complete by Thursday, 3 assignments that are due on Saturday, and today we'll be doing a class test. Hope you're ready. You've already pre-read the textbooks that I've uploaded on the study guide, especially the 3 readings which are compulsory for you to understand today's test, which, by the way, constitutes 50% of your entire semester mark. We are more interested as a university in ascertaining that you belong here. If you don't, you gotta move. You gotta go where you belong. Alright? Now, Laura, please take out the answer sheets. Everybody start writing. Time is up, ladies and gentlemen. Stop writing. Time is up. Alright? This is not your mama's house. This is not high school. We're not here to sport. Good. A lot of you have been emailing me about the scope for the test. Everything will be in the test. The scope is chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. A lot of you have been emailing me about the scope for the... So now the word banana in the poem represents what? The car. It tells you that the poet had a car, but the car did not have fuel, and therefore his girlfriend dumped him. If you look at stanza number 4, you realize the word pink. What does it mean? Well, sir, the word pink here represents the sexuality of the poet. Basically, the poet was gay, but he was kind of like hiding it. So he ended up actually falling in love with his own father. So it kind of got complicated. Brilliant, Jeremy. You have one critical mind, sir. I love that, I want critical thinkers. But what about the donkeys? Because the kids were being chased by the donkeys in the mountains. Now, look at what the poem does. He uses a rhyme scheme that says, "Rise, you owls with the big balls." He is saying the children ate bananas, but they are allergic to the bananas. So now their balls are swollen as big as the head of a king. So basically this poem, in essence, speaks about what? About education is the key to success. So now the word banana... Yo, I ain't gonna lie, question 2 almost caught me off guard, bro. I didn't expect them to ask us to draw Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Like, who asked that, bro? We had to draw him and the size of his right hand. Now we have to multiply that by his shoe size and then minus the number of girlfriends that he had. Bro, that was kind of confusing. But tell me about the essay question, bro. We had to write about the girls that heard Jesus. That's kind of crazy. Like, who heard the Lord? But I wrote it was like 25, right? Yeah, bro, he was getting hand for real. But what about question 4? Now, question 4 was not difficult. We just had to leave an empty space if we wanted the full marks. So I kind of like capitalized on it because apparently if you wrote anything on question 4, you're going to fail the whole test because you're not supposed to write anything at all. It's supposed to be an empty space. What about when we had a dance? You, Michael, how was the test for you, bro?
It was easy.
Right, I know, right?
It was very easy.
It was literally easy, bro.
Let's go.
Michael, no, bro, wait. What is it? Where is he going? The word apple in the poem represents the emotional trauma that the poet went through as a child because he was abused by the stepfather who raised him. So the poet tried to kill himself. But then we move on to the second line with the poet says, "Giveth me thy water." Water shows that his son wanted to become a SoundCloud rapper, but he was terrible at it. Nobody bought his music, it was trash, so he ended up as what? As a garden boy. But what about the fridge? The milk in the fridge when the poet says the mirror on top of the sky. What about the mirror? It shows that the mother was a member of the LGBTQI+ community. But she kept it a secret because the rains were very scarce at the time and the daughter did not have a bathroom, so they went into the wilderness to hunt for what? For food. This poem shows you that climate change is a very important thing to our lives because otherwise we are all gonna die. Even your mom, your parents, everybody gonna die. The word Nah, man, it actually was an easy test, Me, question one particularly concerned the quadratic calculation that had to do with the simultaneous multiplication and subtraction of the values that are to the power of 7. So I actually ended up with like 25,000 rand. So you had to divide that by 7 and actually multiply it by the number of times that the people in Russia basically were killed. It's kind of like a messed up equation. Yeah, man, but what about question 7? Well, we literally just had to, create a paper plane and actually put it under the desk and send it to the principal the next day because, well, she said she's going to come to our home tonight and talk to our parents about the significance of historical importance that has to do with, the hierarchical structures. But I really just was lazy. I just wrote the essay on question 4 because we had to analyze exactly how many how many testicles did Hitler have? Apparently, he actually had one testicle. Did you know that? So we had to analyze the testicle and talk more about it. Michael, how was the test for you, bro?
It was fine.
Oh, okay, that's great. So what did you think of question? Mike?
Side the road, you encounter a monstrous snake.
Man, we gotta talk about white people. White people. Please. Why do white people just love provoking death? Why? It's like y'all wake up and go look for more creative, innovative ways to die. Now, why would you just grab a snake like that? You see a snake, you run the other way. You run. But no, not white people. Oh, it's a snake. Oh my goodness. Jonathan, there's another way to die. Oh, really? Mom, let's go die. What's wrong? Come on, man. This nigga just grabbed. Look, did you see how he grabbed? Hello there, students. I am Professor Smith. I want to welcome you to your first day of university. You may start writing. You may start writing. Oh, the shock. I can see, almost forget. The first year's always shocked. We are writing an exam. Did you not read the study guide that I uploaded 2 weeks ago? Oh, you must not have read it. Well, if you look around you here, you're going to see some people that are very clearly older than you and probably older than your daddy. It's because they did exactly what you just did right now, which is not read the study guide. They fucked around and they found out. And it looks like you about to do the same repeat. I guess I'm going to be seeing you again next year. Because I am Professor Smith and I'm not here to play. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. If you expect me to spoon feed you, please get out of here, alright? You may start writing. Alright. Time is up, alright?
Yeah.
We are done writing. Laura, collect the scripts. Everybody pack your shit and leave.
Yes, sir.
Submit right now, sir. Hello, students. Professor Smith here. Skip to chapter 7. Do the rest by yourself. Chapter 8, 9, 10, 11, you did them in primary school.
Yeah.
Chapter 12, 13, 14, did them in high school. Chapter 15, it's just basic. It's about life. You must have been taught back at home. So we're going to skip the rest of that. Let's go straight to chapter 30. No, chapter 30 is about basic calculations. Oh, who wouldn't understand calculations? You are all geniuses, ain't you? You came here with distinctions, correct? Alright, chapter 45. And by the way, tomorrow's test will be based on all the work we have done today, alright? Now, let us talk about... load shedding. Hello, students. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lively and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling bars of May, and summer's late hath all cometh. Shakespeare's asking, where is the sugar? I put the sugar on the table, but I don't see it there. So it means why y'all took it. So who is it? He is confronting his family about interpersonal relationship in respect of the sugar. So he is basically trying to start a familial protest and saying, I want the sugar. But the mother then says, thou shake darling buds of May. So the mother is tracking. And as he tracks, he looks around. So I also think line 4 speaks to Shakespeare as dog. Actually, he's like trying to eat the father, but the father is jumping around because there is no cat. That is quite interesting, Jonathan. You are correct. I love that the dog, right? Yes, so Sugar and the dog. Basically, Shakespeare's wife wanted a sugar daddy. Sir, also I think we need to pay attention on line number 4. Shakespeare there is basically confessing to being a member of the LGBTQI plus community and somebody ate his bananas. Shall I Michael, how are you doing? How are you?
Hi, boss. How are you?
You're looking great. I'm great, man.
You look amazing.
Thank you. Look, we have a crisis situation here. We have a client, someone in trouble. You know Afrikaans, right? You said in your CV that you're fluent, right? So we've got a client. Somebody just called it. Their ex-husband is acting crazy on them. So we have sent the police over there. We just want you to calm them down on the call, okay? You know Afrikaans, right? Okay, talk to them right now, please.
You got a gun?
Yes. Talk to...
Hello? Let's see.
Come head down. Sir, we want to congratulate you for making it this far in the interview process. Really, you should be proud of yourself. You're welcome. So, we always want to find out more about our clients, and we see that in your CV, you stated that you're very fluent in Afrikaans. You're very proficient. So, we just really want to find out more. This is our CEO here, who only understands Afrikaans. You can speak Afrikaans, correct? As per the CV, right? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we just want to find out why should we hire you out of all the other candidates, and tell us more about yourself.
Ek kan nie gaan die rooi van legodimo gemag. Hey man, ek is die twa. Cool, beetje gesmok. Ek skryf die so. En blyster nou gaan kyk. Hoe kom die? Ek sê jy meneer, en is waar. Gaan kyk die werk. Moer gaan die boek, ek sê jou boek moer. So, wie van? Waar was jy? Ek is, waar was jy? Die man, die skraal gaan neem. Die man gaan, allemaal skraal. Allemaal skraal. Ek is in die klepdrift. Ek is nie die klepdrift hier so. Ek gaan die Jan van Riebeck. Apartheid. Ja, skak hierin. Skak. So no, ek hier so gaan die werk. Moenie worry. Jou goeiemôre. Ek sal man die krimore. Ek soek die werk hier so. Gaan ek is die men gaan ook gaan die hoerskoen. Hoekom? Gaan die dan van die donkie? Hé meneer, en die blyster gaan die watermeis. Die bla gaan kom met die koek. Die koek gaan push. Ek sal die grab, die bicep. Die mene sal die gorilla. Ja, ek raam meneer. Ek raam gaan die, my liefie. Ek bless them, sal moer. That is exactly how the Romans died, because they had to take out the quadruple multicategory screen go fast lethal. So now who else can tell me the example? Sir, I totally believe that the Roman Empire emerged from the Nazis and the Roman Castellas restored. So that is a birth in 50, 100, and 200 and billion, sir. Absolutely. This is exactly what I encourage and trust, because it ties in with exactly what you were taught in high school. Okay? Are we together? Do we all understand? Perfect. Now, any more ideas? Sir, I genuinely feel like we are bordering on the home store style, so it underestimates the quadratic stimulation of the mitochondria. Exactly. Also, sir, we must focus also on the climatic, environmental, situational analysis that tells us exactly what is the strategic planning. This is a brilliant task. What genius? That is exactly how.
And the rubber gray doing what? The verificatory script block square. So now you have to take this retroscape cross-logical and you now combine it with the holistically factor that you have to now what? Multiply with the division of the subtraction. So now the most important factor which will then appear in tomorrow's test is for you to what? Understand what? The Molunga's test. And the Molunga's test is a philosophical, physical, and physiological as well as legal principles that covers what? The diametrically opposed principles of philosophy. So always and the rubber gray. Right, students? Let's go to chapter 1. Skip chapter 1, go straight to chapter 5.
Yeah.
Go to chapter 13. Okay, now here we're dealing with the skeletal system. Let's go to chapter 25. Chapter 25. Let us move. Ladies and gentlemen, this is University, not high school. Chapter 47. Chapter 67. Chapter 70. Now this one, we are almost done with the book. I am proud of you, students. Okay? Now the structure. Let's go to chapter 78. And then you're gonna look at skip chapter 79. Now that's what I want to focus on. Chapter 80. Skip chapter 80. Let us go straight to chapter 90. Right? Ladies and gentlemen, we are finally done with the textbook. I'm really proud of you students. We have finished the textbook, and tomorrow, guess what? We are starting a new textbook. Right, Steve? Day 2 of motivation. Life is like a bottle. Just because your bathroom is dirty does not mean that you're a mean person. Because the wise saying goes, Do not count your chickens before they eat, before they eggs. Don't eggs the eggs. Oh, listen very carefully. I need you to pay attention. Stay with me. Do not eggs your chickens are not your eggs. No, don't eat eggs. Because you're gonna fart. And it's not gonna be nice. So, why are you eating chickens? Because they got your mind. This is the book of life. And I urge you, stay away from chicken. But chickens, day 2 of motivation. Life is like a bottle. Just because you bathroom. Day 3, motivation. Life is like a potato. Just because your father is not your mother does not mean you are your brother. Because as they say, the dogs will eat the car that is running, not the one that is. The slower, when the car is running, the dogs will bark. But the bark will not. If the car will bark at the dog, listen, the car will. You don't have a car. That's your problem. That's why you're confused. You don't have a car. Day 4, motivation. Life is like a fridge. And as the saying goes, be careful of who you become friends with. Because birds of my father. No. Birds of a father. They birds. Birds don't have fathers. The flock. You see the bird, right? Of a father. They father the birds. Birds are not good people. Stay away from birds. Just stay away from birds. Please, and pray. Because good rough for them. Day 5, motivation. Life is like a toilet. You can wake up in the morning and ask yourself one thing. Is it okay to book the judge? Don't book you see the judge? Don't book him. Don't judge the judge if he is the book. No. Forget about the judge for now. What I'm saying to you, as the saying goes, okay? Listen very carefully. It says, the belliest early worms the catch. The bird is fed. In the morning, the worm catches the bird. If you are burying, the earliest worm is fed. And the bird is catching feelings. The bird is not a good person. Leave the bird and focus on the worm. It's fed. What I mean is, you gotta wake up early in the morning. You gotta ask yourself and say, why am I here? Because what? The bird is fed and the worm is alien. Wake up very early in the morning and be motivated. Thank you. Students, I want to remind you that this is a university. We are not going to spoon feed you. Now let us turn to the first chapter. Immediately go to chapter 2. You'll read the first chapter by yourself. Now, chapter 2, you have to focus on all the pages. Okay, you're going to read the rest of chapter 2. And then chapter 3 4, we're going to skip it because you did that in high school. Chapter 5, it's not really difficult, so you'll do it by yourself. You can form groups if you want. And then chapter 7 is the most important one, which I will not touch on because I want to test your intelligence. You guys are university students. You should know this stuff. Now, let's go straight to chapter 10. Chapter 10 speaks about the Romans and how they died. Why aren't you writing notes? You want to die like the Romans? You better start writing notes, okay? Now, on tomorrow's semester test, we're going to focus particularly on chapter 70, okay? Now, that chapter covers everything that we would have done today, which is obviously chapter 1 up to chapter 59. Chapter 60 to 67 are not important. Students?
When you look at the genius during the exam.
Day 1 of motivation. Life is like a banana. You can take a river. No, you can take a donkey to the river, but you cannot drink the donkey. You can take the donkey. You can't drink. The donkey can't drink you. You can drink the donkey. If you drink the river, then the donkey, what's going to happen? So the donkey is going there, right? And you're sitting, and there's a river. So, why are you drunk? Who drunk? Who drank it? Who's drunk? The donkey is drunk. So in life, you must stay sober. Stay motivated. Thank you. Day 1.